Yes, welcome to the science lesson. I want you to open your textbooks on page 190, and this is a science lesson for 5th standard. It's the same third lesson, bones and muscles. We will start with the exercises on page 190. Now B, name the following. Substance which produces blood cells, it is bone marrow. Small bones that make up the backbone, they are known as vertebrae. Vertebrae. The type of joint at the hip, it's a ball and socket joint. Tissues that connect two bones, they are known as ligament. Muscles of the heart, cardiac. Now the next question is, list the function of the skeletal system. Now the skeletal system gives support to your body. It allows the movement of the various body parts. It protects the delicate internal organs like the rib cage is there protecting the heart, the lungs. Then the pelvic girdle and pectoral girdle protects the abdominal region. And then the bones, they produce a substance called bone marrow, which is necessary for the production of blood cells. So these are the different functions of the skeletal system. Now differentiate between tendons and ligaments. Now as I told you, the muscles are attached to the bones by tissues called tendons, and ligament is a tissue, tough elastic tissue that holds two bones together. So the tissue that joins two bones together is known as a ligament. Next, third question, why do we have joints in the body? Now joints are there in the body so that we can move. If there were no joints, we would be, like statues like this. You cannot move your hand, you cannot move your legs, you cannot move your head, you cannot move your shoulders. You'd be just like a solid statue. So joints are very necessary in our body to allow for movement of our different body parts. Now name the different type of movable joints in the body. Now as I have said, the movable joints are, you have the ball and socket, the hinge joint, the gliding joint which allows for movement, and also the pivot joint. So except the skull, here the skull, it cannot move. It moves here like this because it is joined to the vertebral column, but other than that it is fixed. It can only move in front, upwards, downwards and sideways. Next question, how are voluntary muscles different from involuntary muscles? Now voluntary muscles are muscles which move at our will. We can make them move like the muscles of the hand or the leg. And involuntary muscles are not under our control. We cannot make them do anything as per our will, like the muscles of the digestive system and the cardiac muscles. Next one, life skills. Jyoti's friend has hurt herself in the playground and it seems she has fractured her right arm. What first aid can Jyoti and her classmates give to the injured girl before the ambulance arrives? So the first aid that Jyoti can give is, she can take the arm and tie a ruler parallel to that arm, a wooden ruler. Tie tightly to the arm so that the arm does not move anymore. Very carefully take a wooden ruler or a scale and tie it parallel to the arm like that. Keep it parallel like that to the arm and tie it with a piece of string or a piece of cloth so that the arm does not move anymore. That is the first aid that can be given before going to the hospital. Next one, values for life. We must keep our bones and muscles healthy. The following habits help to keep our bones and muscles healthy. Tick the habits that you follow. Play outdoor games every day. Yes, to exercise your bones and muscles, you have to play every day. Then eat fruits and vegetables regularly so that you be healthy, your bones be healthy, your immunity also grows. Drink at least 2 glasses of milk every day. Yes, so that your bones again are healthy, your body on a whole is healthy. And eat food rich in proteins. It is food rich in proteins is okay, not very necessary, but if you have that also, it is okay. It is not very much necessary for the bones. Milk is very essential for the bones and muscles, and protein rich food is good for the repair of the muscles. So you can tick mark that also. Protein rich food is also good for the repair of damaged muscles and tissues. Now, next page 191, HOTS question. What would happen if all the bones of the skull were movable? Now, if all the bones here, now the skull is, like this, all the bones are interlocked, like you have interlocked tiles. The skull bones are all fitting into one another like that. Now, if all the bones were movable in the skull, your head would be movable. You would not be having a solid fixed head. Your head would be, like a toy which can be bent this side, the right or left or whatever it is. So it would not be a strong, well-formed head. Why are our heart muscles involuntary? Now, our heart muscles are involuntary because it continues to work from the day that we are born, even before that, till our last day. Now, they are involuntary because if we ask them to stop and it stops, that is the end of our life. So they are involuntary because they are supposed to be working at the functioning level of the body. When the body functions are okay, the heart also functions. Once the heart fails, then there's no life at all. So it is an involuntary muscle because it has to work on its own from the day that the heartbeat starts in a small baby, in a fetus, till the last day. So it's an involuntary muscle and not under our control. Name the joints that you use when you lift a book from the floor. So when you lift a book from the floor, you will use the joints here of the shoulder. Then you will use the joint here of the elbow, and you will use the joint here of the wrist. So it's a ball and socket joint, it's a gliding joint, and it's a pivot joint. Next one, activity. Unscramble the words given below to get the names of different parts of the skeletal system. Now, words are given jumbled up. You have to rearrange the letters to get the correct word. First one is skull. Second one is rib cage. Third one is backbone. Fourth one is limbs. Fifth one is pivot joint. Sixth one is hinge joint. Seventh one is ankle. Eighth one is elbow. Ninth one is vertebrae. And 10th one is ligament. So with this, we come to the end of the lesson. Now I have a picture to show you of a normal joint. You can see that here, a normal joint. You can see the bone, and this is the synovial membrane. This part is the muscle. This is the synovial fluid. Now, when this fluid is not enough in the bone, there is a development of the arthritis disease, and then you have the problem with the bones. And here you see the tendon, and this is the cartilage. So this is the picture of a normal bone, and this is a diseased bone. These two bones are having disease in them. So this is a normal bone, and these two are pictures of diseased bones or sick bones. Thank you. Now your homework is to do exercise B, C in the notebook. Exercise B and C in the notebook and send to the school WhatsApp number. Please try to complete all your notes in the science chapters because exams are soon to start. Thank you.